365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports that are making a nation. All sport, all plays, they work in your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Well, holy shiznit. What's going on, everybody? It is the Touchdown Crew, and, well, that must mean it's Sunday. Must be Sunday. It must be Sunday, everybody, because football is today. It is the 16th of October. This year is flying by already. We're already in week 6, and we got some statistics to go ahead and catch you all up on because it is very disturbing that the person that is not on the show every week is kicking all of our asses right now in picks.
Oh, it's all good.
I'm just saying. And he's the one that usually goes ahead and picks before everybody else does, so we get his picks ahead of time. So we already know what he's picking. And he's kicking our ass. So anyway, week 6 of the National Football League is upon us. But that means we need to talk about week 5 in the Thursday night game. But before we do, let's talk about the Raiders. The Raiders. What is going on in Vegas? Obviously, somebody's winning big because somebody bet the Raiders to suck this first 5 weeks. And Josh McDaniels, of course, we all know he's a great head coach, right? He's done marvelous things over there in Denver. He's done marvelous things as a head coach for the Patriots. Oh, wait, he hasn't. And he never was. So was this expected with everything going on in Vegas? The upgrades, Davante Adams, which we will get to, by the way. Apparently, Davante Adams is still going to go ahead and play. No disciplinary action for him going ahead and getting pissed off at a camera guy and shoving him into the damn corridor of the stadium. No. He's too good to get punished. We'll talk about that. But the Raiders, Coach, what the hell's going on with the Raiders? They got all the talent in the world.
They don't have all the talent in the world.
All right, tell me.
Key thing, one is the offensive line is not as good. Really, you wasted draft picks on the offensive line. You cut, 2 years ago, first round draft pick? O-lineman, guard. He moved all over the field. Guard, tackle, Leatherwood. Then secondary. Your biggest acquisition on defense was pass rush. And you're not getting any pass rush. We already knew. I knew it from the beginning. I was like, the secondary is not good. But they're not getting any pass rush. You're not getting any pressure. So it's a little bit of everything. They're just offensively, skill-wise, they're good. But, I mean, you go look at the games. The Denver game, the Cardinals game, they were up. They were in field goal position to win the game. He fumbled. Like, it's just little things. So, like, when I look at them, it's like, okay, you see it there, but they're not finishing the games. And then just, like I said, defensively. Oh.
The thing, though, is, okay, so offensively, you'd think they would have enough firepower to win the game, but you said their line is not able to block, so doesn't that put a monkey in the wrench right there? Or a wrench in the I'm just saying, if you don't have a good offensive line, your offense can't do anything. And that includes running the ball.
Yeah, without a doubt. But again, where's Chandler Jones?
I don't know. Where is he? I mean, you would think he's there. And with Josh knowing how Jones works, because he's played with New England.
Yes.
I mean, basically, it's the Las Vegas Patriots over there, with the exception of Carr and Davante.
Yeah. To the degree it is. But the reality of everything is that they're just not good defensively. I mean, you can't no pass rush. Like if your secondary is not as strong, it doesn't even matter. Your secondary can be strong, but if you don't have a pass rush and that quarterback just sitting back there like it's 7-on-7, oh, you're gonna get picked apart.
Yeah.
I just am I disappointed? Of course. I said they were the second best. No, I said they were the third best team in the division. And I had them.
You still be. I mean, yeah, I think you
still might be right about that, but I just.
But Vegas, I had for the first 5, I had them at 3-2. I didn't nowhere close to that. They're 1-4. I thought they'd pull out the victory because of their firepower. Playing in LA, they would have a home crowd. Obviously, it's not their home stadium. But they would have a home crowd, and they would come out firing on all cylinders. That didn't turn out to the way it was supposed to. The Cardinals, I had them beating the Cardinals. I had them losing to Tennessee and Kansas City, but I had them beating Denver. What the hell's going on with this team? 1-4, and a lot of us had them picked, like you said, I think doing a lot better functional, actually executing stuff, maybe closing out games. But it's like, how much is this coaching? How much is this talent? Do we put the blame on everybody, or is there a point of
no
on there?
Everybody gets it. Everybody gets the blame, and even the head coach. But people got to realize, man, we do so much of comparing him to New England. New England already had a system going. Yep. New England had a system going for 20 plus years. It's his first year. Like, he upgraded on offense. He did offensively. They're better, but they have a lot of holes that people don't realize because I think that's what happens when you see Devontae Adams. You see what and that's another thing too. The receivers core haven't really played. I can't remember played a full game. Waller was out. Like, all of them were hurt. Some was hurt except Devontae.
Yeah.
So then, all that goes into play. But again, you look at it. 29-23 overtime, lost to the Cardinals. 22-24 against the Titans. 29-30. Like that was
and that game against the Cardinals, they had it in the bag.
Yes.
He let them crawl back in.
Yes.
So now, is that just preparation? Is that them just not being ready to be a 60-minute team, coaching maybe?
No, it's a little bit of everything. Gelling but again, gelling and understanding, knowing what you have. Because here's what people, when you're in practice against each other, it's easy on the defense because the defense knows offense tendencies. When you look at it over and over and over again, you just react. Now you look at the games and understanding what people doing. Now this is the part of the season where, guess what? Everybody has information and doubt on you. So one thing that even me as a coach, I just got to looking at film. I don't look at your week 1 or your week 2 now because we're in week 7. I'm looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, trying to see what your tendencies are.
Well, let's
try to get an understanding.
Good. All right. So good point. So let's take a look at this. All right. So even the games that they lost in week 1 and 2 were less than a touchdown. Everything's been close. Everything's been 2 1-point games that they've lost. They lost to Tennessee 24-22. They lose to Kansas City at Kansas City by a point. Yeah. And they lose to the Chargers by 5. The only game that was a big contestant, it was a wide margin, was their victory. They won by 9 against Denver.
Oh, well, we don't want to get on them.
Well, no. We're not going to get on Denver. I'm just saying, it's like even the losses, maybe a tweak here and there, good to go. Kick a field goal when maybe you didn't have it, make one more drive or stop one more down. You could easily be 4-1. Let's take a look at that. Easily. That Arizona game, you had locked down. That Tennessee game, it came down to a field goal. That Kansas City game, didn't it not come down to an extra point that they went for 2 and missed?
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Here's the crazy. No, they didn't miss it. They didn't go for it. They went for 2.
That's what I'm saying. They went for 2 and they missed it.
Yes.
There's a little Baltimore Raven tendency going on in Vegas right now.
Yes. But I will say this. Well, they both did it. Kansas City turned around and did it first. They were like, well, let's try to.
Yeah.
I would say this. They're 1-4. They play the Texans. And now I'm thinking more so as a coach. As in, we play the Texans. We play the Saints. Play the Jaguars. Play the Colts. Play the Broncos again. Play the Seahawks.
So those next 6 games, what do you see out of them? I say a victory against the Texans. I think they can pull off against the Saints. But this bye week at week 6, do you think this is a blessing in disguise to have this bye week at this juncture, judging the way their season is going?
Yes. You want to having a bye week at week 6. You want to beat the Texans. You want to beat the Saints. That's your focus. You have to take it one game at a time, because regardless, it's so, man, the season's so long. We're in the second quarter of the season. So now, knowing them thinking, boom, we get this bye week. Let's jump on the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's backdoor it against the Colts, because they're banged up and injury and hurt. So, and of course, you already know the Broncos.
You
they're not going to give you
the Broncos. You got to go ahead and sweep them, because number one, they're a division opponent. You definitely don't want to go ahead and slip behind any further than you already are in the division. You're already 1-2, so you don't want to slip any further.
So I see them before they play the Chargers. They're winning 6 games. So 6-5, 6-5, and 6-4.
So you're saying they're winning 5 out of the next 6, or are you saying they're winning their next 6?
I'm saying I don't want to go just straight 6. I really don't. But I'm gonna say 5 of the next.
I'm seeing a loss there. I think Indianapolis is going to have JT back, so that might be it. And Denver, we don't know what the hell's going on with Denver. They're hot 1 minute and they're cold the next. We have
what's
no
going
idea
on with them. They can't.
But Seattle, we can't. Now, listen, I know everybody's been just like, looking past Seattle, but dude, Geno Smith's a dog.
I'm not. No. I'm not knocking Geno. I said that, remember? Don't you get on that bandwagon, because I told you Seattle's gonna be all right, and you was like, no, they got Russell.
No, that's right. You did say that. That Seattle's gonna be, but dude, they're better than all right. Geno's dropping dimes, baby.
No, you didn't want to believe it. No, you didn't want to believe it when I said it.
Coach, listen. I'm not saying I didn't say that. I definitely did. I didn't want to believe it. You put Geno Smith in the starting lineup. He don't scare nobody. But, dude, the guy has been putting that ball on point. He's dropping dimes. But dude, he's managing those games.
Here's and this is one thing I'm going to say. Here's the difference between the Raiders and the Seahawks. When the Raiders traded Khalil Mack, they got nothing to show for it. But when they trade Russell Wilson, you can see they're starting to have stuff to show for it, because they went and got a running back. They went and got a lineman. Like, they protected them, because you didn't need it. We already know we're good at receiver.
Yeah.
We're good at receiver. So what do we need to do? We need to get an O-line. We need to get this line going. Then guess what? Man, let me go back to doing what I was doing. Let's get this money and get these young cats to fly around on defense. Like, that's the thing. Pete Carroll went back to what won him a championship. Having a Super Bowl MVP quarterback, then win him a championship. Because we all said it. He should have ran the ball. So he just did some soul searching.
Yeah.
But you look at that's the thing, man. But it's so early. Like, it's not even this year. You have what? You only have one team that's undefeated after 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, well, and that team we'll probably be talking about too, because he's on the camera. Well, he's not on camera yet, but he just checked in. So we'll talk to him about it. The Philadelphia Eagles. He's listen. And last week, I'm not sure if you saw the show because you were out, but last week he's like, I'm starting to believe in Jalen Hurts. I'm thinking, starting? The guy's an MVP candidate. What's this bullshit starting to believe? No, you should be believing. You got the best team in the NFL right now, record-wise. What do you mean starting to believe? Man, Mike is just taking it hard. We'll talk to him later about that, though.
Yeah,
But
he's always. But that was the thing. He's been like that from the beginning. I said, man,
yeah,
Eagles is the team of the future. I'm not picking them to win the Super Bowl this year, but the next year and the year after that, that's when they're gonna do their thing. And I know John, dedicated Cowboy. I know he's listening. We'll talk about it in a minute when Mike get on. But Eagles they're good based all around, and guess what? They have money.
Mm-hmm.
They have money. So for the next 2-3 years,
unless they screw it up, unless they go ahead and make some bad choices. But yeah, man, I mean,
they should be. So, but again, this season is so early, and it's so funny because everybody is all over the place, jumping on teams, jumping off teams, jumping on teams, jumping off teams.
Yep.
I still ride with the Raiders. Like I'm probably 1-4 picking the Raiders. Because the only pick.
Like saying, listen, so and I'm still going by this, by the way. This is what I did right during preseason. I'm still going by this because this is what I predicted before everything started going down. This is not making me adjustments. This is not making my picks every week. This is what I predicted would happen in the future. I had Seattle 0-5. Okay.
You did. What? Say it again.
0-5.
And what I tell you?
Okay. You told me. But the Raiders, I had 3-2.
They almost there.
It's just, I'm just saying, it's like, it's really surprised me that they dominated in preseason. Again, I know it's preseason, but they dominated. That's like, you couldn't, they did so well. You think they're just going to explode week 1 and just keep going on from there. So I don't understand what exactly is happening, or I guess there's more cracks in their system, or more cracks in they're just more cracks.
Yeah,
that's what
but it's still early. Like they're 1-4. They 1-4. They win the next. You win the next 3 games. Now you're 4-4. Guess what? You're probably 2 games away from being in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because it's like the teams that we thought on both sides that will be doing something, they're not. So I'm still on the wagon. I'm hanging on. I got one arm on. No.
Vegas?
Yeah, still hanging on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going into a bye, which is good. I listen. If you're going to talk about, the team chemistry and everything getting together, I think this week, especially with the way the season has gone, that week, that bye week couldn't have come at a better time. I think this is definitely needed. So
yes, work on some stuff, get away from the game, listen to all the drama. Then guess what, man? You got Texans.
Yeah. So speaking of the Raiders, Devontae Adams, the NFL is weighing possible disciplinary actions against the Raiders, a wide receiver, for shoving a credentialed photographer on the way to the visitors' tunnel after the Vegas loss to the Chiefs last Monday. With the photographer falling on the ground afterwards, Adams could be fined, suspended, or both. The status won't be resolved until in the near future. Sources informed of the situation say, which indicates Adams will stay on the field moving forward for the Raiders this season, at least until the legal situation has reached its conclusion. The league generally acts quickly for on-field infractions to make clear a player's status for the next week, ruling on suspensions by Wednesday morning of a game week. Vegas is on a bye week this week. So Adams' situation, however, won't play out immediately, in part to a legal developmental that came on Wednesday when he was charged with a city ordinance violation of assault before according to a KC municipal court public information officer. Because Adams was criminally charged, his case is now considered a potential personal conduct policy violation, which warrants a league investigation. And we all know how those investigations go. However, if the case is resolved in any way, legal charges are dropped, Adams pleads guilty, or any other outcome, a resolution would come quicker. Sources that it was informed tell us. The citation says that Adams, quote, did by an intentional overact inflict bodily injury or cause an unlawful offensive contact on the worker, causing whiplash and a headache, along with a possible concussion. Court date was set, get this, November 10th. November 10th, which means Devontae stays on the field for another month. He did apologize, by the way, when speaking to the reporters. He said, before I say anything, I want to apologize to the guy running off the field as he ran and jumped in front of me. I'm coming off the field and I bumped into him and pushed him. I think he ended up on the ground. So I want to say sorry to him because that was just frustration mixed with him running in front of me. And I shouldn't have responded the way I initially responded. Raiders head coach Josh McDaniels also stood behind Adams. I support Devontae wholeheartedly as a human being.
Smart move.
Yeah. So, yeah, of course, he's not going to go ahead and say, oh, he's an asshole. He shouldn't have ever done that. Now, with this all going on, okay, an apology, maybe a fine, maybe they'll just settle out of court, which I think would be the best option for Devontae, just to go ahead and settle.
They're going to settle out of court, and he's going to be fined by the NFL, and then it's going to be
any suspension, though? Do you see any suspension coming from the NFL?
Probably not. I haven't, honestly, truthfully, I haven't watched it. I haven't seen it on video. Of course, I know it's probably on video.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Oh, yeah, it's on video. Of course.
So
they replayed that crap over and over on ESPN.
Yeah, because I don't think so. I think he's just gonna get a fine.
All right, he is ready, Mike.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The fan of the soon-to-be 5-1 Philadelphia Eagles, according to John, it says. It's Mike. How you doing, sir?
I'm great. This is definitely the all out gonna end up believing in Jalen Hurts. We went and he pulled up. There's a solid defense he got to face.
No, it's not.
What's wrong with their defense?
Huh?
You saying because they injured or what? What?
They can't stop the run.
Okay.
So Jalen Hurts.
Hold on. You think the Cowboys can stop the run?
So they're not as probably one of the best defenses we've seen so far.
The pass rush?
Hey, the rivalry alone is going to turn everything up to a new level.
You got to go ahead and say this is going to be a division rival. This is for first.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the rivalry and this and that. We all know. I've said it from the beginning. The Cowboys, even when they play Cincy, I said they match up well because what does Cincy wants? Any team that wants to throw the football 60, 70% of the time, think about the Tampa Bay game. They was coming out trying to throw it. Then they was like, can't do this. So what do? They put it on the ground. Leonard Fournette ran for 120. They can't stop the run. They're small. They're fast. They're quick. But again, I don't understand you sometimes, Mike. Mike, you it seems like you be riding with the Eagles, but you be like, but I don't know about Jalen Hurts. Or
I don't. I still don't. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna ride or die with the Eagles. Just because I don't believe in somebody, don't mean I ain't.
Charles, I never seen a guy that this team is undefeated, and he say, "Well, this is a great defense."
No. But at the same time,
phenomenal. In
the preseason, we had the third easiest schedule also.
Preseason.
No. I would say this. The NFC East is doing what they were supposed to do.
Exactly. So
because you had the weak schedule, so you're supposed to win these games. And guess what?
So am I supposed to just automatically jump knowing our schedule is weak? He hasn't played no great teams. I'm supposed to just be like, yeah, I believe in Jalen.
But the matchup. What let me ask you this. Offensively, what are you guys good at?
He creates the quarterback run.
That's not what I asked you. What are you guys good at?
Running the ball.
Roll. Boom. I
have more faith in the run game than Jalen Hurts in the pass game.
What is the defense for the Cowboys known for?
They're overrated on the pass game. They what's his name? Trey. What's the cornerback name?
You talking about Diggs?
Yeah, to me he's not whatever everybody thinks he is.
Okay.
I think he shocked the hell out of people coming in his first year, but I think everybody's got to read on him now.
Yeah.
I think he's still good, but I don't think he is as good as he portrayed as year one, excuse me. But yeah. But listen, Dallas coming into Philadelphia. This is a home game for you folks. Philadelphia 5-0, Dallas 4-1. This is for the divisional lead here at this early juncture of the season, the first third of the season. Of course, John's base. Oh man, it's just I would be very surprised if John does not call in and start talking to you and trash talking you. But I'm just saying this is early right now to where there could be, very doubtful, but there could be 3 5-1 teams in the NFC East. 3. Giants face Baltimore, which again I doubt they're going to win.
But they're not going to beat them, boy.
But yeah, get money, get paid, whatever. But I'm just saying there could be 3
Young
5-1
man.
teams. Young man, okay.
Young man.
Whatever.
Get paid, young man.
This time last year, the NFC East, I don't even think they had 5 wins in the entire division. I'm just saying, it's just the NFC East has been the toilet of the NFL. And now they got more wins in their division than any other division, if you really want to go ahead and do the math.
But
the Washington Commanders have.
But
if you are just a regular football fan and don't understand, you looking at that and like, oh yeah, the NFC East. But if you understand that they had the 4 out of the 5 weakest schedules in the NFL, you're supposed to do that.
Supposed to. Granted.
You're supposed to. And they're doing it.
They're finally pulling it off. And they're pulling it off almost with relative ease. The Cowboys and Eagles, they're top right there, but with the points given up, almost top 5.
But you got to realize about it, Charles. Here's why, and I'm not taking nothing from them because they're winning the games that's in front of them. When you have to play the NFC North, which we all agree it's only Green Bay, maybe what you want to say Minnesota, but they're gonna beat Chicago, they're gonna beat the Lions. Then you turn it, the AFC, they play the AFC North. Oh Lord, you don't know who's. So it's like they're taking advantages of the teams of the schedule that they have compared to last year. Some of the teams that they had to play, because last year I know you had to go through the NFC South and the AFC South. So the story, that's the difference because you're playing against your competition is not as hard, and it's not, the divisions is not as good. So I'm not knocking it, because guess what? They're winning the games that they're supposed to win. I think now the conversation for all of this is really just the playoffs, because we've all picked the Eagles to make the playoffs. Hell, we picked the Cowboys to make the playoffs. So now is what are you going to do in the playoffs when now you're not playing the Lions or you're not playing them? You're actually playing powerhouse teams.
Well, they still got 2/3 of their schedule to go.
Yes,
so,
yes, without yeah.
You still got to make it through 12 more games.
Yeah.
So, but the Eagles 5-0, Cowboys and Giants 4-1. Anybody pick the Giants to go to the playoffs?
No, I said they would be better. I did say they were going to be better.
And
they just needed.
Like they are.
They have the talent.
They've squeaked by a few games, but they're 4-1. They're still posting a pretty impressive record. So that's good. But Eagles today, they're taking on the Cowboys. And actually, that is Sunday night game. That's prime time. That is Hurts in prime time. It's gonna hurt.
Oh, and Alabama lost too. Oh, he fired up.
Wrong type of football there. Wrong type of football.
I'm messing with.
But anyway, what the hell is this thing here? I got a comment here. Watch every NFL game. Whatever. Anywho, so I'm gonna throw some teams at you guys. With their current record, it's kind of like the buy and sell. Are these teams really as good or as bad as their record are? So I think you know which one I'm going to start off. Or maybe not the no. I'm going to tell you which one I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. At 1-3-1, are the Texans as bad as they are or not? Going with Mike, since you are entered last, I'll go ahead and start with you.
No, I believe the Texans are a solid team who has a lot to grow on. Their defense is good. Lovey always got a decent defense, but they're missing some items, and I can't pinpoint what they're missing on offense, but they're missing something. But they're okay. They're all right. Houston has something to cheer for.
Okay.
They're not going in blind knowing they're gonna lose. Well, they kind of are, but at least they have a fighting chance.
Houston.
I'm with excuse me. I'm with Mike. Lovie Smith, like he said, he's great on the defensive side. And you look through the draft, that's what he built it on. He got the first round pick was a corner. So now he can play man. He's supposed to be a lockdown corner, which they're doing good on defense. Now, because you traded Watson, you finna get another first round pick and a second round pick this year. So I think he'll focus more. Either he's gonna get another pass rush, or he's gonna get another receiver. The issue is offensively is the quarterback. He doesn't throw it deep. I went to their practice and watched it and said, dog, he didn't throw not one ball over 10 yards. Then you watch the game. I went to the San Diego. Oh, not San Diego. Lord. I went to the Chargers game. He threw 2 balls deep, and guess what? They caught it. Like, he checks down and everything is short. Right. I think that's one of the biggest issue is he's very, very conservative. And sometimes, man, in the NFL, you can't be conservative. You got to take them shots to make people respect you.
Okay. All right. Let's go to a team that is on the up, Minnesota. At 4-1, are the Vikings for real, or is that record a lie, Coach Bennett?
I don't think it's for real. I think they are a mediocre team because first off, you got Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins either gonna be balling.
Which one? Chris Cousins? Does he have a twin?
I mean, huh?
Kurt.
That's what I said. Kurt, didn't it?
You said Chris.
Oh, I thought I said Kurt. I'm sorry. My bad. But again, man, when you got Kurt, you don't know what he's gonna show, what he's gonna do. So I just think they are what they are because at the quarterback position, I think offensively, man, they have the weapons. So I think they're just a mediocre average team.
All right. Let's turn it over to Mike. Mike, Minnesota. Are you bought on them, or are they not the team that the record shows?
I've always been bought. I said they were going to win their division. I honestly believe in them. And their division not tough. You really just handle one team and you'll be okay. But I got them going in the playoffs. I got them winning the division. They may be a one win in the playoffs, but I believe in them. But they got a solid running game in Cook. And they got a good receiving core. It ain't decent. It's better than decent. You got a good receiving core. Now, you 100% true on Kirk Cousins. You never know what you're going to get week by week. You might get a 480-yard game, and you might get a 90-yard game from him. But I don't think they're relying on him to win it like they used to as much.
But even if you look at him, we already know. I don't care what nobody says. Green Bay always. I haven't never picked Green Bay to win a game one. They always suck. Every year they get blown out by the Eagles and then you was in a dogfight with the Lions 28-24. The injured Saints 28-25 you won at the end because for some reason I don't know why Jefferson was just running wide open. That doesn't make no sense. I don't get it. Out of all people, you don't have a safety over top of that guy. So then again you was in a dogfight with the Bears. 22-29. And
that's
those teams and the teams I said, the Saints, the Bears, guess what? They don't have anything offensively.
No, that's true.
So I just think I think it's a lot more of the schedule that you play. You haven't really played anybody to sit there and say, and we'll see. And again, you're fortunate this week you got the Dolphins, but they're on their 4th string quarterback because of concussions. Right. But that's another story.
All right. Let's go to a team that is on the downward trend. Is the Pittsburgh Steelers at 1-4? Granted, quarterback issues. Granted, they're giving up a ton of points, not scoring any points. Are they really a 1-4 team or not? We're gonna go with Mike on the. Mike, you ready for this one? You're on mute, buddy. You gotta unmute yourself.
Why he trying to figure it out? Because he don't know how to hit the mute button. Hey, so
go ahead, Coach.
I picked the Steelers to be the third best team in this division, and maybe because it was more looking at Mike Tomlin's coaching ability, because I believe in it. I think he's one of the greatest coaches. But you got too many holes. When you don't have Watt, you don't have a legit pass rusher. Your O-line is you got to upgrade your O-line. And then the whole offense, you need to upgrade the entire offense except the running back. The receivers are not consistent catching the balls. The quarterback is not consistent giving them the ball. The O-line is not holding up. So I think it's a sell. Like, hey, let's get better. Our focus should be let's improve. Let's get better this year. See what we got. See who we need to get rid of, and let's go build through the draft. Get our money right.
Okay. I think Mike had to take a call. So, but
I got parents calling me. So
no worries. But what do you think about the Steelers? 1-4. Do you think that's their real record, or do you think that's something that they're not really a 1-4 team?
Oh, the Steelers are who they are. I mean, I thought they was gonna sneak a few out. I thought they was gonna be a 6 to 7 game win team. It's just not clicking. That they don't have bona fide quarterback who they honestly believe in. It's just not there. They're gonna be all right. Their future is bright, but right now this season is just.
But do you honestly think it's the quarterback that's really holding all the nuts on that on this 1-4 team, combined Mitchell Trubisky and the new rookie Kenny Pickett? Or I mean, the running game hasn't been that great either. Coach is mentioning about the offensive line, struggling, but they're also giving up a ton of points too.
No, I know, but you kind of are forced to pass and rely on this quarterback cycle because they're putting 8 in the box. I'm going to put 8 in the box and say, can these quarterbacks who's not proven beat me? And the mixes of the coverages is confusing for them, and they're not able to pick apart no defense. And then a defense, I mean, coach will let you know your defense on the field back in less than 2 minutes. It turns to brutal.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, that is a conversation. I do know. Look, he trying to be funny because he tried to throw shots over because of Friday night.
Hey, I can't talk after yesterday, so let me shut up.
Hey,
shut up.
Hey,
what happened? Explain to everybody what happened yesterday. What's going on?
It was a nice brutal whooping yesterday. Brutal whooping.
So real quick on mine, I talk about it. So we played against ESPN top 5, top 2 in this nation, and all that like quarterback.
Wow,
he was legit. And we're young. We got a lot of sophomores and juniors. We lose one player, one senior. But anyway, we forced 4 or 5 turnovers. First drive they got, we forced the fumble, gave the ball to the 15-yard line, 0 points. Boom. Get an interception, get the ball to the 40 to drive in, 0 points. Like we forced 4 or 5 turnovers. I can't remember how many. I think 4 for sure. 0 points. So it's just, and then it got the second half. We looked around. It was like 2-minute break. And you hear this defense alert, and the kids was like, "Oh my god!" So I understand when you like. One thing about it with offense, you want to at least milk the clock if you can't score any points. Like the three and outs is very, very tiring on the defense. So yeah, that's why he said that. When your defense, you look defense alert.
Yeah,
maybe coming back out there.
Got it. All right. Couple more teams. We'll go ahead and then we'll call it a quits on this segment. I think we kind of already know the answer on this one, but Philadelphia's 5-0. I'm going to start with Mike on this one. Mike, are they really a 5-0 team professionally speaking, not from the heart, are they really a 5-0 team?
That's all you always been doing is professional.
No, I mean, and once again, it's checking back their schedule was very, very easy. I'm gonna look back. I don't think we played a playoff team yet from last year, have we? But that's
No.
one question.
I'm taking a look at what you've played so far. So you've played
Detroit, no.
Detroit, Minnesota, Washington, Jacksonville, Arizona. Arizona, yes.
Washington.
Washington.
No, they didn't make it
Oh,
last
yeah.
year.
No, they didn't make it.
Not last
So
year.
Not last
Minnesota
year.
made it, correct?
No.
No.
No. So
Arizona.
you talking about one out of 5.
Yes.
So
And that was the closest.
Are you really who you are? I mean, on paper, I'm gonna be honest. On paper, you have a solid unit. You look good on paper, and you beating the people in front of you. So you can't take that away from them. Like, hey, it's not our fault. It kind of is your fault that you got a soft schedule because you didn't win the previous year. But you beating who you're supposed to beat. On paper, you look good, and you rocking when you rocking early. I hope you rocking when you're supposed to. But
yeah.
So you can't take nothing away from them because they're handling business.
But when it comes down to beating the tough teams, are they there?
We're gonna find out coming up in the next few weeks. We're gonna
not really
find out what they really are.
Dallas currently is one of your top contenders. Next 3 weeks, you got Pittsburgh, Houston, and Washington. And then some people say Indianapolis, is probably easily beaten too, but then it's Green Bay and Tennessee. So you're looking at week 11, 12, 13 before you finally start getting any real competition.
Yeah,
this team could be 9-0 before Indianapolis come. You guys go to Indianapolis.
Yeah, it could be, but at the same time, you might get that week 1 team who struggled with Detroit.
Yeah, that's right.
So you never know, and that's one of the reasons I'm like, man, I'm a believer, I'm a fan, and I'm rocking with them, and I'm the first one to tell you we great, and I told y'all Super Bowl, but I'm just waiting for the I hope nothing falls off. We already facing some injuries on the line, but we managing. So I think they beating everybody they put in front of them, and they're doing what they're supposed to.
All right, Coach. Are the wheels going to fall off Philadelphia, or are they really going to go?
He did all that because he's trying to stay neutral. I just believe this and this and that. I'm like, man, what? No. Look, we all know, and you hear me say it all the time, Charles, and Mike. You probably gonna hear me. I don't care about the regular season because we know teams like them. We know they're gonna make the playoffs. Now it's more so what you do in playoffs because every game is you're playing against somebody to a certain degree because you had like the 49ers. They was 5th or 6th last year. They made it to the NFC Championship. It's like everything now is just built on your matchups. So the Eagles are beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. And guess what? We're going to see when the playoffs hit because now you're going to, depending on who it is, you might have to face somebody. You look at the Rams. Rams suck right now. Who cares? Because it's the season so early. Once they figure it out and they get going, then it's a whole nother story. I mean, you can say even for Tampa, we're not good offensively right now. But guess what? Each week, each month, we're adding a new piece. Our linemen are coming
Seems like
back.
it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
every week they're signing a new top end free agent.
Yeah.
OBJ coming, and then it's going to be some other receiver. They're going to have 50 receivers to Tom Brady, and 48 of them are going to be injured.
They was throwing OBJ at the Eagles. I seen that name drop, and I'm like,
Y'all got money, so yeah. But the reality, but the thing about it is, we all agree that the Eagles is a good team.
Yeah,
and they're playing a sorry division on paper. And they have one of the third weakest schedule. They're going to win. They're good enough to win those games. They're better than 80% of the rest of the games, maybe more higher than that. So what Mike down there talking about, he's just trying to be I don't know, but hey, go Eagles. No, dog. Eagles is fine, man.
All right.
Next team. Don't talk no more about the Eagles because Charles. If you was 5-0 right now,
Oh yeah,
it would have been everything would have been New England. Well, if Bill was at the Raiders, it'd be 5-0.
We're 2-3. And I'm still sporting a new thermos here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going. It's Zappy hour. That's right.
You talk to Mike. Oh, well, I'm not sold on him. I mean, he's winning.
Yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying.
He's winning. Didn't y'all make the playoffs last year, Mike?
Sold on him. You get the best record in the damn NFL, and you're not sold on him.
Did y'all make the playoffs last year?
No.
I
think it was Washington and
no. Last year you did. I thought because we Tampa Bay played y'all.
Yeah, first round we did. First round.
Yeah. So look at that. So what? A team that didn't lose anybody. Why are you talking like they're not gonna make the playoffs?
I never said they wasn't gonna make the playoffs.
Okay, then. So
I said they were gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay, well, ride out. Well, that's gonna be hard because you still got Tampa, but that's another conversation. We ain't gonna get on that. You holler at me in January.
Just to let you know, last year, Dallas won both games and outscored you 92-47.
But
I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out.
They were a better team last year.
They were a better team.
Yeah.
The matchup, like you can't compare last year because guess what? You got
no.
You have two good receivers out there for Philly, and you have 0.5 receivers out there for Dallas.
I'm just trying to pop a little pop in the balloon on Mike's ego right now in the Philadelphia Eagle. So that's all.
They're not ready.
Last team. And I have some faith in this because they are the third highest scoring team in the NFL, but they're 1-4. No, third highest scoring team in the. Are you kidding me?
I thought you was asking, are we buying or selling?
Defense, maybe, but no, third highest scoring team in the NFL, but they're 1-4. Detroit Lions. Are they a 1-4 team, or are they actually better than their record puts out?
No. We 1-4.
1-4.
I have to give them credit. Even golf, I said it. Golf has been balling, but man, you seen it in the preseason. You seen it on Hard Knocks. They can't stop nobody. I don't know if it's the bad. And I haven't watched the Lions. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's hasn't been a game that's exciting for me to watch.
The past few weeks. That 140 points is from last week, not before last week, because they scored nothing against the Patriots. So 140 and still third highest in the NFL.
But I will say this, though. When they played the Patriots, they weren't at full force because your best receiver and your running back they both were out. So I will say that. But I'm not going to give nothing. I'm not taking nothing away from New England because I'm like the New England hater when it comes to that. So New England's doing their thing. But when they was healthy, I know one guy down there, and he said it himself. He was scratching his head because he was nervous because Goff was chunking that thing all across the field. They put up points. They can't stop anybody. And I don't know if it's the linebacker position. You drafted Hutchinson out of Michigan. I don't know. I haven't looked at his stats and see what he's doing. So it's just they just can't stop anyone.
Mike, Detroit, do you see them as a legitimate 1-4 team, or do you think they should be a better record?
No, like you said, your defense not holding you up. Your offense doing their part. I mean, like you said, 36, 28, 40, 45. I mean, you lose them by, 7, 9, 4, 3. Other than the Patriot game, you're in every game offensively. If you can't get nobody off the field, and if you ain't had the ball last, there's nothing you can do about it offensively. I think they're a team. Their future is way brighter than it normally is.
That sounds like a similar team, like that's some team out there in the desert called the Raiders, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird.
So they're in every ball game, and I just think they haven't. When have you known the Detroit Lions just to be that team to have a dog fight and be able to overcome adversity like that?
Yeah, true.
As Detroit Lions, you kind of be like, okay, they're 1-4. We expected it.
Oh, and here's what we expected. Cowboy man on the phone. Go ahead, John.
I've been trying to get in for the last 10 minutes.
Mike apparently hacked into my Skype, and he's blocking you, but I got you through.
He probably did. All I'm going to say is good luck tonight, Mike. It's going to be 5-1 and 5-1, baby.
Fly Eagles 5, 6-0. undefeated.
Them
Hey,
Y'all
fight.
have nothing that will touch the Eagles.
What's he talking 6-0? Coach Bennett, straighten him out.
John, usually in these
Go up
situations,
tonight, Mike.
I got
Good luck.
but I
Good
can't
luck.
tonight.
Tonight.
All right, thanks, John.
Enjoy the show.
Oh yeah, definitely. So let's talk about that. Cooper Rush is undefeated. Is Philly going to go ahead and put his first loss on his belt?
Have they confirmed that they're gonna stick with Cooper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. His first loss is tonight.
Yeah,
Now,
he's-
if they went with Dak Prescott, his
Oh,
next loss would have been tonight, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They
So
don't.
Philadelphia.
Dallas has no hope.
They don't.
No hope.
I truly.
It is in Philly too, so I kind of see that.
It don't even, Charles. They score 21 points. The game's over with. If they score 21, like, don't get me wrong, Cooper Rush, he's doing what he's supposed to. He is a super game manager. He ain't gonna give you much, but he ain't gonna give you little. He ain't gonna lose the game for you. And that's the thing. Third down, they're terrible on third down. So I don't see them. The Eagles match well against the Cowboys because the running game.
All right.
When you look at Cooper Rush in his games, how many times have they had to rely on him to win a game, not take care of a game, not to lose a game? When they had said
They may have to tonight because if anything, I think Philadelphia can take a look at the game plans, like take away everything except Cooper Rush and make him beat us.
right.
I think that's really what's going to happen.
But then that's
I
the thing,
think
though.
Darius follows the receiver, and then everybody else gets what's left.
Who you think Darius follows?
They're number one, 88.
Would you? So let me ask you this: would you lock him up on Gallup and then you double team 88, or would you just say that and then you double team Gallup?
I will no. I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna follow him. I don't think we need to double. I don't think we need to double him. I want you to have to beat me throwing the ball, and I want to make sure you can't run it. I know Zeke is good, but I think Pollard has been the weapon for them.
He's always been a weapon. Trust me.
But I'm like that's their horse right now.
Right.
In my eyes, I don't think Zeke has done nothing spectacular. He's just doing his normal, less than normal. But I say stop the run and say, hey, you got to beat me, son. And you got to be on the money.
All right. So there you go. Cowboys, Eagles tonight. That is the Sunday Night Football matchup. NBC, 8:20 p.m. Eastern at the Link. Eagles going for 6-0, wanting to go into their bye week undefeated. And Cowboys looks like they are the doormat that they need to be to go ahead and get to 6-0. Let's talk about Tom Brady. Tom Brady fined a measly $11,000 for kicking Falcons Grady Jarrett on a roughing the passer play. Tom Brady wants to get that cheap shot in. Can we tell us why the NFL even bothered to fine Brady this little? This is like basically telling my work, we need to fine you $5. Like, seriously, what is the point of this?
But it was because it's the foul. It wasn't a big deal. So it's like, find him this. So it's not nothing where you say he's getting suspended or anything else.
No, I wouldn't expect it. But yeah, it's like, it is the fine even. First off, is writing this paper even worth the $11,000 the NFL is going to be getting or fining him? What does this really do to Brady? It doesn't do anything to him. It just he has to make a deposit for $11,139.
So what do you want? Yeah. So I'm
just saying, it's like, if you're going to go ahead and make a fine, make it mean something. $11,000.
He's not. Oh, you talking about the NFL making mean something? Man, that $11,000 is going to help the kids, man, and they sponsors and everything else. They fine.
Unless they're a Sally Struthers kid, that ain't going to help nothing. Maybe it may go ahead and buy maybe a couple of game day tickets for the kids. Maybe, I don't know, but that's about it. Anyway, but that kicking Grady Jarrett, you guys all see that?
No, I wasn't. I haven't, man. To be honest with you, I was flipping back and forth.
Let's talk about that roughing the passer call. That first off, that call that wasn't really a roughing the passer call.
But you know whose fault that is? Charles, you know whose fault that is?
The refs?
Nope. The fans.
Boo. I don't
The
think
fans. So. You know why it's the fans? Because guess what? What happened to Tua? Everybody is so afraid about concussions and getting thrown. And guess what? All these now they went buku crazy about concussions. Everybody and their mama got a concussion now. Like everybody. You look at it like he's out. No, I'm not saying Tua wasn't legit, but every team has 3 or 4 guys that has concussions after the whole Tua incident. So then now the NFL is looking at it as we're losing our quarterbacks.
So let's
protect our quarterbacks.
So let's just, instead of having 11 guys on offense, you have 10 guys on offense and one wears a flag. You just pull the flag to sack him.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, that's pretty much where it's going to head.
But that's your money. Because let's flip it. You lose Josh Allen, what happens?
Oh, Buffalo doesn't get their Super Bowl chance.
Boom. You lose Tom Brady, what happens?
Buccaneers go back to the Buccaneers.
You lose Pat Mahomes, what happened?
Chiefs continue to survive.
And no, you crazy. But that's the thing.
But
so now
but number one, you ain't gonna lose Josh Allen. You ain't gonna lose Tom Brady. You ain't gonna lose Pat Mahomes. You know why? Because these quarterbacks know how not to get injured.
But when you got 6 people protecting 4, meaning they got the 5 linemen and the ref protecting 1 guy, why don't you pay more and get better offensive linemen to help protect that guy?
Mike,
why don't you not?
Mike, they could throw the flag after the play's already done, but that doesn't mean his leg don't get snapped or his ankle doesn't get broken or his head or he doesn't get a concussion. They can go and
throw it before they snap it.
But no. I agree with both of you guys. What I said the fans started this because at the end of the day, NFL is about the perception. Perception is reality. The whole thing about all the situations. Because it's been put out.
I don't know if it's the fans that started this. So I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that because I think a lot of it has to do with the history of the hit, and that's why they've gone to the helmets.
But it goes back to the whole Tua situation. Well, why did they put him back in? Why did he this and that? He looked like he had this and that. Who's talking about this? Who's posting this? You see the memes with him like this. You see 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
Because it's the fans. NFL goes everything.
Should not influence a referee's call on the field.
It's not that it says that, but it's the NFL goes everything off the fans. So the NFL, when you have a conversation with your refs, we have to protect our money. Who is our money? The quarterback.
Right. So
let me ask you this. This is my last question, Charles. I'm gonna ask you.
Good.
Deshaun Watson, do you think he deserved the suspension that he has? Yes or no?
I think we've already discussed that.
But you see, but why did he get more? Because who complained? The fans.
Yeah.
The fans. Like that's what we do. When anybody like Snyder right now, he's on the verge of getting out. Who's complaining? The fans. The fans want him out. Like, what's you know what I mean? All that stuff.
You know what? I'm actually really interested to see how that's going to go because Snyder went ahead and said, you know what? You go ahead and kick me out. I got dirt on all you effers. I got dirt on all you. So I'm dying to see him get kicked out. And I'm dying to see what more dirt there is. Was it going to be more of an email bomb? Are we looking at a John Gruden type thing? Are we looking at a Brian Flores type thing? I mean, come on. I want to know this. I want to know. Go ahead and kick him out. I want to know. I'm very intrigued as to if the NFL balks at that because, oh, no, he's got dirt on us. Or if they're going to really kick him out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they should just go ahead and do it. Do it. I'm dying to know what he has. But anyway, let's talk about the quarterbacks. Tua has been cleared from concussion protocol. However, he is not going to play today. So they're still going to go ahead and keep Tua benched just on the safe side. Bridgewater also cleared concussion protocol, and he is set to be the backup. Rookie Skylar Thompson is going to make his first NFL start against the Vikings today. Is this doomsday scenario for the Dolphins?
And that's what's so crazy. When you get two quarterbacks with a concussion, me as an offensive guy, I'm like, man, we got to clean some stuff up. Like, you got to clean some stuff up. If you got two guys with a concussion getting slanged around, either we're holding the ball too long, or we're putting them in positions to where they're not successful. And then now that you say Teddy Bridgewater is clear from concussions, he's the backup. He's not better than the rookie.
No, I don't know.
But again, it goes back to it's kind of what I said earlier. He had a concussion. They don't want to rush him back because everybody crucified the Dolphins.
We got Mike taking a business call, so we're going to go ahead and clear him off. When he comes back on, I'll see his mic unmuted. I'll get him back on, but we're just going to be me and Coach right now.
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That I think that's the only reason.
Also, how much do you think this is about these new concussion protocols? I mean, they just renamed it and everything like that, and now all of a sudden, anything remotely close to a concussion, you're not coming back into the game.
Oh, right now. Oh, of course. Right now, everything's gonna be. You wobble or whatever. Mm-hmm. Nothing, anything. You can't walk the street.
If you get up and you like slipped on an offset of turf, and you slip, that's it. You're gone. You got to be careful how you walk now.
And it's but that's the thing. It's a slippery slope, man. I dealt with one kid this week with a concussion. He was doing everything. Like, everything was perfect. He was flying to the ball, everything, doing what his assignments. And then one of the kids said, "Coach, I think something's wrong." So I brought him over and I asked him, "Hey, you know what today is?" "No, sir." He was like, "I didn't even know." "Oh, we're in the football game." "Oh, it's the second quarter." Like he just, I don't know. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope when you talk about
scary though, man. You go ahead and talk to a kid. It's like, "Hey, you know what day it is?" No. Who are you? What's your name? "I have no idea."
He knew his name though. That's the thing. He knew his name. He knew his name. He knew his age. And you didn't know. You couldn't, like, we couldn't pinpoint a moment where he went head to head or had a concussion.
Yeah.
So it's a scary thing, especially now because of what happened to Tua. So everybody is on high alert. So now everybody's just throwing people in, hey, straight up concussion, instead of just being dizzy. If you say dizzy, headache, you automatically, especially in high school down here, you say you got a headache or you dizzy, they automatically put you in concussion protocol.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's protecting.
Yes, it's protecting them, of course, without a doubt. I'm not. Yes, it's protecting them without a doubt. But to say that Teddy Bridgewater is clear, but you're going to be the backup, but you've always been the second string quarterback the entire year, that lets you know. To me, I just feel like, again, they are so afraid if something happens to Teddy Bridgewater.
Yep.
And everybody's going to crucify him.
Washington Commanders quarterback Carson Wentz actually fractured his ring finger on his throwing hand in the victory against the Chicago Bears. So luckily he already played his sixth game. They are looking at going with Tyler Heineke as the starter and going ahead and prepping the rookie Sam Howell to fill in against the Packers in week 7. Now the Commanders are not exactly ripping up the field. I mean, honestly, Wentz went ahead and has thrown 10 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Not exactly the greatest stat line for a quarterback. So Tyler Heineke coming in, maybe trying to go ahead and preserve something like Cooper Rush is doing. Maybe go ahead and maybe he's kind of sliding in there, maybe giving the Commanders a little bit of fire. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they know Tyler Heineke. You know what you're gonna get out of Tyler Heineke.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get you some wins, but he's not gonna get you to the playoffs. that's one thing that they got to, and that's one thing what coaches realize is like, same as we talked about the 49ers. They get you to the playoffs, or they get you to, they get you some win. Washington, they want to win, make it to the playoffs. And right now, they just can't, they don't have it at the quarterback spot. That's been a weak spot.
Right.
But putting him in, Tyler Heineke, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna give you what Tyler's gonna give you what Tyler gives you. He's not gonna give you nothing special, but he's gonna give you something.
All right. And finally, in regards to injuries, Keenan Allen is not likely to play for the Chargers there against the Broncos.
He's been out 6 weeks, huh?
He's been gone a while, but the Chargers seem to be, hanging in there. They're not exactly, again, taking but they're 3-2. They got a winning record, so it's not horrible. But Keenan Allen's not going to be playing this week either against Denver, and that's actually a Monday night game, so he'll have an extra game to try to recover. But they're going to say doubtful anyway. 2 running backs, they're on the trading block. Cam Akers, Rams are expected to go ahead and actually field trade calls for Akers, and the same thing with the Panthers with Christian McCaffrey. Carolina, but they're saying in the article, Carolina, they're thinking everybody's going to fire everybody. McCaffrey's just that one exception. So they're looking to see what they can get out of CMC. Do you see either one of these running backs going anywhere else, or are you just seeing if they're testing the waters and seeing what they can get out of them?
They're trying to test to see how much they can get out of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how his salary works and how much money you're gonna burn, but it goes back to it. He hasn't really done anything the last 2 years anyway, so you wasted money on him.
Yeah.
Cam Akers, I think he's more of a systems guy than anything. And right now, who else? If we sit here and we talk, who needs a running back? Only one team needs a running back that's a playoff contender. That's Buffalo.
Do you think they need a playoff? Do you think they need really a running back in Buffalo?
At first, I didn't. I used to think it was the play calling, but then you take your OC and he's the head coach of the Giants, and Saquon Barkley is balling. He's find ways to give him the ball, and guess what? Buffalo is still. Josh Allen is still your leading rusher. So I think that's one of the things. I don't know if it's more so O-line is not physical enough up front, but Josh Allen still runs the ball. So those are the questions that I have about it. But I don't know Cam Akers he's not that home run over the top guy.
No.
Because he didn't, even last year, he didn't play to he made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, and you didn't really hear much of him anyway.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think?
Is the Bills a pass first team though? So when you're a pass first team and your quarterback has the ball, he drops back and he runs. His run plays are not called run plays. You know what I mean?
No, but for them, yes. Like they do a lot of quarterback counters and quarterback powers.
Now is that a coaching play call? Because I like Singletary, and I think Cook is a brick future. I like James Cook coming out of Georgia.
No. I'm not. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what I just assuming. I always thought it was the play calling. Like when Daboll was there, I was like, okay, it's the play calling. But when he went and became the head coach in New York, Saquon Barkley is toting it, and Jones is not doing as much. That's the question that I have to ask. Now, do I think if you get Christian McCaffrey with the Buffalo? Yes, because he's going to help tremendously in the passing game. But
does Buffalo have the cap room to go ahead and field McCaffrey? And obviously, not for just this year, going forward too.
But this year, the thing about the cap room, McCaffrey's getting paid peanuts this year.
Okay.
Like he's not really. I want to say
so it's
4
more
or 5
like
million.
Next year, then pretty much.
Yeah, it's next year. He's not getting paid that much this year. I think he restructured his contract like that because he's been injured.
Yeah.
So I just, like I said, I say McCaffrey. A lot of it is because what he does outside of just running the football. Because he can catch the football, he can do things. Cam Akers, I just think he's a system running back. You put him on there, he's no different from anybody else you have. My opinion. Still a good back. Don't get me wrong, because he's in the NFL.
I think Akers is something you can win a decent trade because of where he's at and what he's doing. You know what I mean? And I'm agreeing with you is what I'm saying. It looks good at what he's doing because of where he is. But I think if somebody wants to try to trade for him and try to make him a number one back, he's going to be a bust.
So, like, you're not going to be able to give him the ball 20, 25 times a
No.
game. Maybe 10 or 15, a change
Right.
up back.
Yeah, he's a third down back.
Okay.
He can come.
So McCaffrey and Akers, they're on the block. So, hey, if you need a running back, give Carolina a call. Give LA a call. Yeah, you're right. His base salary, McCaffrey is just over $1 million.
You think McCaffrey won't out?
No, he's not that kind of guy.
No,
I don't think he's not that kind of guy. But he understands it's a business.
But I'll tell you one thing though: the way everything's gone down in Carolina, it's really a dumpster fire down there. It really is. You bring in not one but two quarterbacks over the past 2 seasons. Neither one of them can get the job done. You're going to your third string, Walker, XFL quarterback.
You shouldn't have hired Matt Rule.
Well, I guess that. Well,
you went with it. Like, you shouldn't hire Matt Rule. But for the simple fact of the matter is, it's the difference from coaching college kids to grown men. And in college, guess what? He can recruit whoever he wants. NFL, sometimes you got to get what's best available. So that's one of the things.
He was gonna be on the hot seat this year. We said he was gonna be on the hot seat.
I said that team was gonna be fired.
Yeah, well, Rule's out. He's out. He's fired.
Yeah.
He's fired. So he's done.
And then the Colts next up.
Oh boy.
The Colts, look, what did he say? He said, what they said, like the dude said, he from Alabama, he said, "You my Mississippi." He said, nobody focuses on me because of you. So a boy from the Coast was good. He's like, I still got Matt Rule down there messing things up. You got Baker Mayfield, you got our sound on him. Look, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fired. Uh-oh.
They done moved the camera.
Hey guys, make sure you go and like us on Facebook. Go ahead and like us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/tdc.asap. We are part of the All Sports, All Plays Sports Network. And of course, you can go ahead and check us out on all the social media on ASAP. It's on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, you name it. If it's social media, just search for ASAP Sports Network, and we'll be right there in front of you. You can't get rid of us. Nuh-uh. Sunday picks are coming up next. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go ahead and get to the picks. We are the Touchdown Crew. Picks for week number 6. But before we do that, I think we need to go ahead and find out where exactly we are holding up at this very moment. So we've gone through 5 weeks of picks. 5 weeks of picks, and we have Randy Jowers, person that does not show up on the show. He just sends him his picks. He has the most picks so far to date.
I gotta look at some of these picks because
I
watched the show a little bit last week, and y'all had me pick. I picked the Raiders over the Broncos.
Yeah, I didn't see that, so I just put you as the Broncos.
No, heck no,
Yeah.
Mike. Didn't I? What?
You didn't say anything, so
Mike,
you automatically get a wash on that one.
Mike, who'd I pick?
Yeah, exactly, Mike. Who did he pick? Because I didn't hear anything. I watched the show.
Okay, you know what?
No, he sent them last week.
Yeah, you sent them last week.
No, the week before that, when we were sitting up here talking.
The week before that, when I wasn't on the show because I was dealing with the damn hurricane. Yeah, you said okay, we're going to pick Raiders or Rams, you know, and I gave my pick, and he read off your pick. He didn't say what pick he wanted, so you got to wash. You know, it really doesn't matter. And here's why.
I'm just saying,
Randy, wait, hold on. It really doesn't matter. Randy, after 5 weeks, has a record of 44-35. Mike, you have a record of 41-37. I have an even record of 39-39. Coach, you have 35-42. We'll give you that win. You go to 36-41. Okay. If you want, we'll go ahead and give you that little mercy vote.
You know, it's cool because I'm not. Yeah, I will take it because I'm about to start my. Look, I'm like the Raiders. We at the bottom of the barrel, but hey, again, I won't be last. I just got to start focusing and taking this stuff serious.
I'm about to, because these last few I would be in the front, but I've been sticking with these stinking Broncos because I made some.
What's wrong with you?
Because he knows it's a pride factor. That's why he's and I think and that's one of the things about it, man. A lot of these picks is because we. That's why I don't like doing early January, June, July.
I said they was gonna make
picks,
playoffs
because we talking hyped it up. It's like, dang, you can't. You say you're gonna ride with them, you gotta keep riding with them. So yeah.
Right. So Coach's official record is 36-41. He's the only one with a losing record.
I won't have one after this week, but that's okay.
Oh,
yeah, I'll be back in the winning side this week.
Oh God! I actually had to take that for a serious reason. I actually had to take that break because I'm tired of writing in pencil.
That's okay. Come on, keep.
All right. So, first off, number one, any upsets you see out there?
You got to call the games out.
Yeah, I don't think it was no major upsets.
Yeah, you got to call them out, man. Because I
think with the way teams are playing now, I don't think there really is going to be too many more upsets.
You're thinking that's just the way it is, no matter how.
Like right now, the first couple you was like, "Ooh, Seattle upsetting," but now you're looking at Seattle like, "Oh, okay."
No, stop.
Stop what?
You two looked at Seattle like that.
Yes, we did. Will you stop it? Okay, we give you the damn credit for crying out loud. We admit it, but it's like they're balling, man. They're doing what they need to do. It's good. They're good.
Did you say the Steelers find a way?
I did.
The Steelers find a way against Tampa Bay.
They're drowning. They're drowning. No, they won't find a way.
Okay. Let's start off the first game. We're going to Atlanta. It's the Niners against the Falcons. 3-2 49ers against the 2-3 Falcons. I'm going to go with 49ers.
I'm going 49ers.
49ers.
I think their defense is going to withstand.
Okay. Randy also went ahead with the 49ers. Next, we're going to go to Zappy Hour in Cleveland. It's the Patriots and Browns. You guys go first. Randy has Cleveland.
I'm going to go Browns. You know what? This is the team that screws me. Because they do. Because every time if I pick them, they lose. But when I don't pick them, they win. Because you don't know what you're going to get out of them.
Good. Keep them. I'm picking the Patriots. I already wrote it down. So, Coach, Mike, what you got?
I'm riding with the Browns. They in Cleveland. I'm taking the Browns.
The thing I'm seeing is this is Jacoby's old team, and he probably wants to go ahead and show them up. So I mean, my brain should say Browns, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the.
But I would say New England does have the advantage because you got two OCs that you don't know what they're gonna call, and then you got a quarterback that you don't know what he can do. So
all right, we get the surprise factor going on. Check this out: 2 teams with identical records, but if I tell you the names, you probably would not believe it. The Jets and Green Bay, 3-2 teams in Green Bay. The Jets finally get back to earth, and I think the Green Bay Packers finally get back to their ways too. I'm picking Green Bay.
This might be the upset alert.
This is the one.
I'm gonna take it too. I'm gonna take the Jets.
Take the Jets. All right.
I had the Packers. I'm taking the Jets.
Coach, you going the same way, or are you gonna?
No, without a doubt. It's upset, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna allow 2 losses.
So what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna go Packers. Green Bay. They're not gonna allow 2 back-to-back. Not against 2 mediocre teams. Well, I'm not gonna say I can't put the Giants in mediocre, but average.
All right, no Jonathan Taylor, no Naheem Hines. Indianapolis at home against the Jaguars. I'm gonna have to go with the Jags on this one.
I know Randy picked the Colts. He better
Yes.
pick the Colts. I'm gonna go with the Jags. They're all beat up.
I'm gonna go with the Jags. I picked them.
Yeah, we got to go ahead and start making up ground on Randy here. Minnesota, the 4-1 Vikings going up against the not Tua and not Bridgewater Miami Dolphins. In Miami, granted, heat and humidity, maybe, but does Minnesota pull it off?
No, I got the Vikings.
Coach, why can I not hear you? You're not muted, but I can't hear you. Now you're muted. Still muted.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. I think your Microsoft Surface is screwing up again.
Man,
Who'd you have?
Miami.
Miami. Where'd you have, Mike? You said Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, I should be like y'all. Everybody pick the Vikings.
I hope they all pick Miami.
I'm actually going Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-2.
I'll go Miami. I'll go Miami. I'll try.
The two bottom players right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm like still three games ahead of you. Only 2 games.
No, don't worry. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Right now, I got 2 games up back in that thing. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, let's go. All right, next one here: Cincinnati and New Orleans. Both teams 2-3 in New Orleans. New Orleans is starting Dalton. There is no Michael Thomas. I'm going to go ahead and pick Cincinnati.
I'm taking the Saints.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I have Cincinnati. Randy is picking as well.
I have Cincy because I don't trust the Saints secondary right now.
Okay. All right, next we're going to go into New York, going up against the 4-1 Giants are the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens. Get money, young man, get paid.
Get paid, young man, get paid. You got that going right. We gonna ride. Look, we riding to die. Get your money, Lamar.
I'm gonna have to.
He's earning it too. He is definitely earning it.
Yes, sir.
I'll agree with that. Baltimore.
Second best quarterback in the AFC right now.
Ravens.
Okay, Baltimore across the board from everybody then. All right, let's go to Pittsburgh, where the Buccaneers are invading the Steelers. We have the Buccaneers with like 700 receivers. We have no idea who's playing, who's not playing, but we just know Pittsburgh's terrible, so I'm taking Tampa.
Oh, Tampa. O-line's trash, and you got no pass rush. Let's eat Tom Brady. He's getting over.
If he doesn't eat, he might as well just go ahead and join Gronk.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. He's having a good season. He's just everything off the field is just destroying his season.
Yeah.
But that's another story. We'll see y'all in January, Mike.
All right. There's your 1 o'clock games. Remember, we have some bye weeks here, so we only have 3 4 o'clock games for Eastern time, of course, Sunday, and then the Monday game, and then of course we'll do the Thursday game as well. But starting off the 4 o'clock games is Carolina and the Rams.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I mean, these are 2 teams that just completely just have no idea who's going to show up. But I think the Rams will show up over against the PJ Walker led Panthers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams.
Rams.
Okay, Rams across the board. Built Ram tough. All right, battle of 2 and 3s in the NFC West. It is Arizona going to Seattle to face the Seahawks, which I like Seattle. I really do.
Who are they playing again? Seahawks and who? I'm sorry.
Seahawks and Cardinals.
Cardinals.
I got Seattle. Randy's got Seattle. Mike's got Arizona.
Hey, what's the name come back, huh?
Who?
The receiver for the Cardinals.
Hopkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, week 6. Yeah.
He's back, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, give me Cardinals then.
Okay.
I'm gonna take.
And I think he was practicing all last week too, I think.
Yeah, so he's healthy. He's healthy. Because this is around this time he be beat up. He about to go for 150.
The big game this week, and if we asked Michael, the second big game. The big game this week is Buffalo and Kansas City at Arrowhead. This one, I'm just going to let you know that Randy picked the Chiefs.
I'm with the Bills.
Mike goes Buffalo.
Go with that Texas boy. Come on.
You already know.
I'm going to go KC as well.
You already know. Look, hey, I don't even know why you sit there talking about go ahead. You already know who I'm riding with. I'm riding. Look, man. Come on, baby. KC, East Texas boy. White House, stand up. Let's go.
Hold on. John's got something to say. Go ahead, John. Hello? No? Okay. Now the big game, big game, the biggest game this week at 8:00 p.m. on Sunday night. It is Dallas going in to the bird crap pen and facing against the Eagles. I'm sorry, Mike. I have to go ahead and throw some shade on you. But
fly, Eagles, fly. I know everyone.
I'm not even going to ask you which team you're going to take. I just let you put it down. Anybody pick Dallas here?
I don't. Well, I didn't.
John, did you pick Dallas?
Hey, got a question for you. That guy on the bottom with the bald head. Hey, what's your name?
Oh, come on. You can see what his name is. Don't give me that.
What? I think
tonight you can call me winner tonight.
Go Cowboys, go! Eagles gonna have broken wings. You got a concussion, Mike B. Protocol.
You got a concussion.
Cowboys, go, baby! Woo!
Thanks, John. Yeah, so John calls you in concussion protocol. So I think you have to get kicked out of this show today. All right, John. Thanks, man. Go Cowboys. I'll be the lone wolf and go Dallas.
He gonna let you catch him, Vic?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I feel bad for him. I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad for me.
No, I do. I feel bad. It's okay.
I gotta take this stuff a little bit more serious. Focus.
You weren't taking it serious before?
Nah, I was just picking.
Damn. I'm over here thinking we're trying to be a legitimate show here, and you just go ahead and just half-assing it.
I know. I gotta be better.
All right. Monday night game. It is the Russell Wilson-led Broncos against the non-Mike Williams Chargers in LA. Randy's got the Chargers.
Chargers. Who you got, Mike? Russ, man. He's you said second best quarterback in the AFC West.
Yeah, who's the first? Was it Mahomes?
I'm gonna stick with it. It's their last week. If they don't pull due, I'm done with them. I'm done.
And Mike, just to make sure you don't feel bad, I'm with you on that one. So I'm going Denver.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Y'all have to, because y'all got them suckers going to the playoffs.
Man, they're killing me.
Oh, you guys are killing me. All right, Thursday night game. It is the Nolan Saints. We have no idea who's going to start quarterback. If it's not Andy Dalton, who the hell knows? And then Kyler Murray with DeAndre Hopkins. This is in Arizona. I will pick the Cardinals. Randy, by the way, has got the Saints.
I'm taking the Cardinals.
I'm right, Cardinals.
All right, and there we go. So 3 out of 4, we got the Cardinals. Randy is the only one going lone wolf on the Saints, and that's the Thursday night game. Week 1, we all think San Francisco is going to handle their business against Atlanta. I think New England will take care of Cleveland. Everybody else thinks otherwise. We all think Green Bay will take care of everything, but says the Jets. Let's see. We're split between Miami and Minnesota. Me and Coach think Miami will win. Mike and Randy say Minnesota. Cincinnati will take care of New Orleans. We all think that except for Mike. Baltimore will go ahead and handle it. That's straight through. Tampa Bay handles their business. The Rams handle their business. The Seattle Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals were split. Me and Randy say Seattle. Coach and Mike say Arizona. 3 out of 4 say the Chiefs are over Buffalo. Mike picks the Bills. Philadelphia going and flying over Dallas, except for me. I think Dallas will win. And Monday night is Denver and LA, the Chargers. That's a split. Me and Mike say Denver. Coach and Randy say the Chargers. And then Thursday night, since we're not back on until Sunday, it's Arizona, New Orleans. We think Arizona will win, except for Randy. He thinks no, New Orleans will win. And that be that, everybody. So any final words? I think Mike went on a phone call, but Coach, any final words? You're on mute, by the way.
Nah, that's it, man. Have a great Sunday. Watch these games and enjoy.
All right, Mike. Thank you very much for being on top of everything. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you back here Sunday.
Fly Eagles 5, Super Bowl champs.
There you go. Take care, everybody.
Whole sports, all plays. Whole sports, all plays. Whole sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.